everyone, and welcome to Faith and Yoga at St. Bartholomew's. I'm Dixie, and I'm here with Glenn Gobra, Aaron Porter, my husband Fred, and our granddaughter Morgan, asked to join us again this week. We're going to revisit the 3 poses that we spotlighted throughout the month of June for our June bug. So we'll be redoing the locust, the butterfly, and the dragonfly. And I also wanted to tell you the benefits of each of these poses. As we're doing it, maybe you can see how you feel while you're in the locust pose. It strengthens the back muscles and boosts energy. The butterfly helps your inner thighs get a lovely stretch and helps improve your posture, and it helps you feel grounded. And the dragonfly helps you develop patience, gives the heart a rest from the effects of gravity, increases blood flow to your brain, and helps to refresh and give you a boost of energy. So just something to think about as we start our practice today. I'm going to invite Glenn up to give us the official gong, and we'll get moving here.
Good morning, and here we go.
Thank you, Glenn. I've also asked my friends here at the yoga class if they would be willing to read a few words, which reminds me of this season of transformation, where we're ready to step out of spring and move on into summer. And I'm going to ask Morgan if she'd be ready to come up first. So come on up, Morgan.
Fill the sunlight, blossom, evolve, inner beauty rise up.
Thank you very much. Glenn, that's a hard act to follow there, Glenn.
I'll say flourish, fresh, rejuvenate, grace, spring to life, breathe into spring, open to possibilities.
Fred.
Self-acceptance, emerge, time to fly, spread your wings, unfold, regenerate, expand.
And Aaron.
Transformation, authenticity, best self, reveal, rebirth.
Thanks, everyone. I thought they were some really awesome words to help relate to the practice of yoga this time of year and what yoga and faith is all about. I also have a Bible verse I'd like to share with you. Philippians chapter 1, verse 6. Being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. So friends, we're going to start within the circle of our hula hoop in an easy seated position as we'll get centered on some breathing. So find your hula hoops, and remember, if you have some feeling of being uncomfortable, you can slide your bottom on a pillow, and that helps a lot. So I'll meet you here on the mat. Just reminding that being in a circle reminds us of how we're centering ourselves, centering our mind, and slowing down just a bit as our practice of yoga begins. So let's take a breath here. We're going to breathe in counts of 4 today, and exhale in counts of 5, or whatever you find comfortable. But being in your seated position, let's just take a simple breath in. And as you exhale, let your chin come to chest. If you're comfortable with having your eyes closed, you can close them, or you can just soften your gaze, whatever is most comfortable for you. Another simple breath in. And exhaling, let your chin come to chest. Next breath in, let's inhale for 4. I'll count for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's hold it. And exhale through the nose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding that breath for just a moment. And exhaling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding. And exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Check in with yourself. How's your posture? Is everything feeling okay? If it is, let's take this next breath together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding and exhaling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to ask you to do 5 more cycles of this breathing in 4 and exhaling 5 on your own. And so go ahead. One more together. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding for a moment and exhaling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just let your head rest here just for a moment. And let's bring your head back up to the center. Readjust your posture. See how you're doing. Take a look over to the right. Turn your head to the right. Bring your head back to center. Let that chin dip down to your chest. Bring it back up to center. And take a turn to the left. Bringing your face back to center. If you're comfortable with looking up to the sky, let your neck lean back and look up. Coming back to center. Let's pretend your nose is a crayon or a marker of your favorite color. And we're going to start drawing a circle by going to the right, starting small and getting bigger. I don't know if you can see my turquoise color or not, but that's what I'm drawing with. And then reversing and going the opposite direction from big to small. And stopping when you feel that you're at completion. We're going to take our left ear towards our left shoulder, just a gentle lean here. Coming back up, and then to the right, and back to center, and to the right again. Center, and to the left. Back to center. If you haven't smiled yet today, let the corners of your mouth curl up into a smile. As you take in another breath and exhale. Okay, we're going to wiggle out of our circle for now. So you can just pick up your circle and move it to the side. And we're going to start with cat and cow. Sometimes in yoga, if you check in with yourself, and something's bothering you a little bit, maybe that's what you need to do first. So we're going to go out of order a little bit today. And let's start in tabletop position. So in tabletop position, we have our fingers spread wide like starfish, and our knees are about hip distance apart, and our toenails are touching the mat. We're going to wag our tail here a little bit from side to side. Some on each side, to the right, to the left, and just work out that lower back a little bit. And then come to a stillness point. Recheck your position. Inhale, and let your belly drop down and your gaze look up for cow. On your next exhale, draw your navel into your spine and let your back curve up for cat. And then once again, let it come to a neutral position and just wag the tail again on either side. On your next inhalation, let your belly drop, gaze looks up. And draw that belly button into your spine and arch your back up. And then one more on your own in each direction. Okay, good. Coming back to the tabletop position. Let's extend that right hand out in front of us. And we're going to extend the left leg. The toe is pointed down. Just reaching out, engage your core as you stretch out and balance. Bring that arm in to meet your knee with a crunch, and then send it back out again. In one more time, and send it out. Bringing it back to neutral. Wag your tail a little. Let yourself do another cat-cow. Inhale, belly drops, gaze looks up for cow. Exhale, pull your belly into your spine. And curl up. Coming back to tabletop, recheck your position. Extend your left hand out in front of you and send that right foot back. Toe is pointing down. Engaging your core. Bring that elbow in to meet the knee. Send it back out. Elbow in to meet the knee. Send it back. Coming back to tabletop. And once again, wag your dog. And just for balance, let's do one more cow. And round that spine up one more time. And then let yourself come into a position where you're just sitting down. And we'll get our legs started here a little bit. We already did a little bit with our legs out in front. So you should be seated, checking with your posture. Feet should be flexed so they're pointing up. And we're going to let our feet fall open to the side. Then bring them back in. Open to the side. Back in. And two more times. Open. And back. And now let's do a little point. So Your feet slide back, you're on your heels, and then you push them forward with a flex. So point, bring them back and flex up. And let's do this 2 more times. Good. Now we're going to take this right foot and just bring it in. So the right foot is here in at our thigh. So the right foot is pressed against the left thigh. And your right thigh should be down towards the mat, and check in with your posture as well. Let's just take a deep breath here, a deep cleansing breath. In and down. In and down. Let's send that leg back out again. And we'll do the same with the left leg. Bringing that sole of the foot against the right thigh. We're preparing for butterfly pose here. Well, that would get started with our insect poses. And remembering that butterfly pose is a good way to stretch your inner thigh. Another deep breath in here. And out. And then sending that foot back. Once again, let's just let your feet and knees loosen up a little bit from being in. And see if you can do a circle with your feet here. Just bringing each foot to do its own circle and then reversing it. So this time we're going to take that right foot, bring the sole of the foot out so it's out in front of us, not all the way up to our thigh. And we're going to bring the left foot so it meets the right foot here. So we're not real tight yet up against our groin area. We just have the two here together. So let's see if we can get some motion, just like this. See what that stretch feels like. And once again, if you weren't smiling too much yet, let your sides of your mouth curl up into a smile. It always makes me happy when I see a butterfly. Then come to stillness. And let's bring that right foot a little closer to our groin and the left foot a little closer. The soles of the feet are still together. Rechecking your posture. And once again with some movement up and down. If you haven't felt it before, I'm sure now that you are feeling some stretch in that inner thigh area. If you can move them a little closer to the groin, that's fine. If not, you can stay right where you are. And see if you can move your hands down closer to where your toes are by moving forward. Good job, good job. Letting yourself take a deep breath in here and out. And once again, letting those legs go up and down. And down. Good job, everyone. Now we're going to rock the baby here. So we're going to send that left leg out. And we're going to take a hold of the right foot in the left hand and cradle the knee and do some hip circles here to loosen up all the way in each direction. And then setting that one down, stretching it out, and doing the same with the left leg. Getting those hips ready. And you can send those legs out so they're out in front of you with feet being flexed. Once again, check in with your posture. Let's do a hand opening up just like your butterfly wings going up. Do a great big stretch from the waist up. And then bend at the waist down towards your toes. Toes are flexed. If you reach them, fine. If you get close, that's fine. Let's hold this stretch for just a moment. And can let your torso go from side to side to loosen up anything that might be tight. And then letting your hands come down to the ankle area, if you can, or your shin. And just letting yourself stretch in here. And let your hands come back up. Take another deep breath and let those butterfly arms go up. And stretch down toward those toes. Maybe you go a little deeper this time. Maybe your head comes a little deeper to your knees. And hold and stretch. And work those muscles a little bit to loosen them up. If you can hold your ankles or the arches of your feet, go ahead. Deepen your stretch. And one more breath here, deep breath in. And exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let yourself come up. Good job. That felt good. We're going to turn on the mat here, or I'm going to turn on the mat. And we're going to bring our right foot up. So the soles of the knee is bent and the sole of the foot is against the mat. I'm going to bring my left arm around so it holds my knee in place and bring the right arm around and look over to the right. Deep stretch here. In and out. And out. Returning to center. Replacing that foot. Doing the same with the left. Bringing it in. Right arm comes around to hold that knee in place. Left arm comes around. Breathing in and out. And releasing that, letting it come down. We're going to let those arms go up one more time. Stretch them high. Bend at the waist. And forward fold. Letting your back loosen up. We're going to come back to center. And Fred, if you would be ready to do dragonfly pose. And while he's coming up, I'll do a reminder of what dragonfly pose helps us with. Before you start. Dragonfly pose helps you develop patience. It gives the heart a rest from the effects of gravity. It increases blood flow to your brain. It helps to refresh and gives you a boost of energy. So go ahead, Fred.
We're going to start out again in a reclined position. Last week, after I watched the video, I realized there was something I didn't think about, and that was your neck. I mentioned something about that, but it's always good to have a prop because you are putting a lot of stress on that area of your body when you do this pose. So if you have a pillow, you may want to grab it, put it under your neck or a blanket or something just to help support that a little bit because this is one of the more stressful poses. So we're going to start out in a reclined position. We place that pillow under our neck. And we're gradually going to bring our feet up, soles of the feet on the floor. Pull those knees in toward your chest. Loosen up your back. And then when you're ready, you put your hands down on the floor. Extend those feet up over your head. Gradually try to move that knee, the right knee, toward your nose. You may not achieve that because it may be a little difficult. And point those toes up toward the sky on the left foot. And just kind of hold those, remembering to breathe and support that back. And when you're ready, again put those feet up over your head. Gradually gradually allow your back to roll down, maybe one vertebrae, and back up to an easy seated position. And we'll turn and do the other side. Again, we'll start out in reclined position. Bring the soles of the feet to the floor. Gradually draw those knees in toward the chest. And when you're ready, put those hands down the mat. And gradually pull that right or left knee out toward your nose. Toes on that right foot pointed up toward the ceiling. And hold here for just a few seconds. And when you're ready, release. Send those feet up over your head. Gradually allow those vertebrae, one vertebrae at a time, to roll down toward the floor. And come back up into an easy seated position. And that's dragonfly. Morgan, would you like to come up and give it a try again? Okay. Would you like to use the pillow on your head? There you go. Okay, now put your feet down flat on the floor. Okay, now pull those knees in toward your chest. Hands under the knees. Okay, now put your hands down on the floor. Okay, push off. Gradually bring your hands under. Okay, and then gradually move that one knee. Bend it. There you go.
Yay!
All right. You want to do the other side?
I don't think so.
No? Okay? All right. Very good.
So Fred and Morgan, thank you. I saw some progress out here with our other friends as well. Good job. And the dragonfly is a harder position, and it truly does. It works a lot of things that need to be worked. So remember Philippians 1:6, being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it into completion until the day of Christ Jesus. So just a reminder of all that. Well, we're going to do some more things here. One of the things that we did for last month was to get rid of some anxiety and stress. So if everyone will jump up on their feet. And Morgan, once again, if you want to join us, we're going to chase those bugs away. So you want to come up here with me? You know what to do? We're just going to start by doing slow, chasing the bugs away. And then we're going to go faster, 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 faster. Get our heart rate up a little bit. Really chase them away. Chase them, chase them, chase them. Yep, get those bugs out of here. And okay, coming back down to slowness and to some steadiness, and that's good. And thank you, Morgan. And if you want to grab your hula hoop while you're up. Now that we're warmed up and we have our arms ready, we're going to hoop it up just a little. This time we're going to take our hand and hold it like this. So your hand's inside holding the hoop. And you'll feel that it feels differently when you do this. So we're just going to start by turning to the right and to the left. To the right and to the left, just like you're steering a big boat out on Cadorus. To the side. And to the side. Now we're going to bring it up a little faster. The water got a little choppier. So we've got to go a little faster this time. And then let's bring it back to a slower state, right to left. And we're going to bring it to the right up and to the back, to the left, to the front, and just do this roll around effect, pausing for just a moment in each direction. Now, if you want to go faster, you can. I'm not so sure I'm going to go faster because I don't want to hurt my shoulder, because it really does stretch. Good rolling around effect. One more time around, and then back to stillness. To the right, to the left. Take an inhale and push that hip left over, bringing it down to the center. Inhale, push up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. We're going to hold the hoop like this. We're going to push out our left hip like we're waiting for something. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Waiting a little longer. Now we're going to get strong into that hip and ground into that left foot. We're going to find a focal point, and you're going to find the most comfortable place for your other right foot to be. Whether it just be propped against your ankle, against your calf, or way up at your thigh. But hold it like this. And you have your focus and you feel strong. And then lift, inhale, lift that hula hoop. Good job. And bring it back down. Good job, let it come down. Give your arms a little side to side here. So we're going to do the same thing with that right hip. Just push it out to the side like you're waiting for something, waiting in the line. Waiting. Now get strong and straighten that right foot, right hip. Choose your position for the left foot and your focal point. And when you're ready, inhale, hoop goes up. And once again, your one side might be easier to hold than the other side. Having that focal point is really the key and secret of being steady. Good job. And let it come down. Good job, good job. And put our hoops to the side then. So we're standing here, and we've just done the hula hoop tree pose. So let's do a little bit of hand to heart center and mountain pose. So get strong in your feet here. Ground in for tall mountain, hands are at heart center. Let's inhale, lift those hands up. Interlace the